Sun and the Hizzle, all for Shizzle Dizzle. As y'all see, this is part two. YouTube cut my video off. Felons owning guns, restoring their rights, part two. So, yeah, I did a video. I don't know what part got cut off, but yeah. Trump's DO Day is probing, looking into, and Georgia, I think, will be the first state to restore the gun rights of felons. And I think this is a great idea. I think this is good. And I think that, yeah, restoring gun rights is definitely a plus, 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 plus. It's good for the country. It's good for, yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. I think it's brilliant. I hate I got cut off on the video because messed up my momentum. But okay, Joker's back. Okay, thank you, Joker. What happened? I don't know. They just cut me off. I guess because I kept talking about pew pews, right? I guess yeah, I'm not supposed to be talking about pew pews, but yeah, restoring gun rights to felons is a good idea. What up, Mac? What up, Mac? Yeah, that's what we were talking about before they cut my video. Glad you're back. Yeah, I'm glad to be back, Chubbs. Yeah, because this is a good topic, man. And I'm like, yo, but I guess because that's the G word, they cut my video. So I do thank y'all for coming back, man. Thank y'all for the likes too, man. I appreciate that. This is why YouTube. I need to do another platform because YouTube they still on some nonsense, bro. They on some BS, yo. So I do appreciate. I hate they messed up on momentum, but yeah, restore the gun rights. Restore the rights back to the felons. Yeah, do definitely do that. Definitely do that because it's needed. You know, like I said, if you served your time, you're off probation. You know, now the guy I do want to address the guy that was in here before. He's like, well, pretty exception of business owners. He said, well, I don't know, you know, pretty exception of business owners. And so I guess he's saying if you're a felon who owns a business and owns, he said, own a business and something else, then yeah, you should have a gun. I mean, yeah, I think that should be. I should definitely think that should be. Uh, okay, this guy's gonna load us up right here. Is that Martine? No, that's the brother. Brother. Glad you're back. Yeah, I'm glad to be back, Chubbs. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Um, again, Georgia is definitely going to restore the gun rights of people, and I think the criteria is going to be. I guess it'd be off paper. I think this is where I think. This is my guess. As soon as you get your voting rights, you're going to get your gun rights here in Georgia. So each state is going to be different, I guess. Now, the DOJ is federal. So, you know how Trump does. Trump's likes to give power back to the states. So, I guess each state will decide. I don't know if California will allow you to have it. I don't know if Colorado, I don't know if any of these blue states will allow felons to have guns, but if you're in a red state, you're going to be good. That's my guess. If you're in Georgia, you're going to be good. Like I said, here in Georgia, we have ex-cops that are felons. That's a fact. So, uh, I guess that's where YouTube cut me off. And am I still here? Okay, so Chubb said, yep, you can carry a knife, but not a gun. Doesn't make sense at all. No, it doesn't make any sense, Chubbs. No, it don't make sense, you know. And I believe you can carry a blade. A non-felon and a felon can carry the same length of a blade. I think the blade is 4 inches. I think you can't go over 4 inches if I remember correctly. It's anywho, I'm not into blades. I'm into the guns. I'm into the pew pew. So uh, I guess I'm gonna have to put all my videos as educational because I notice there are gun channels here on YouTube. So why I can't say gun and there's gun channels. So I guess that has to be hunting or I don't know. I have to label it a certain way. Go figure, right? Um, So, so who's all here? We got Chubbs here, we got Joker here, we got Mac here. So I guess we didn't get everybody from the last video. Damn. So yeah, we lost some people. We lost some people in the last video. Boy, YouTube be hating, bro. I swear. So yeah. Well, that's basically, man, I only wanted to come on here and say I just wanted to finish up from the last video. Y'all only know I only do hour videos, so it was like I don't know when they cut me off, but I think I made my point. Convicted felons will have. Oh, wait. Trump is going to pass something too, where your carry permit will be national. So state to state won't even matter. So if I'm able to carry in Georgia, as a convicted felon, I would be able to carry in California as a convicted felon. Because they do have a national, they're going to have a national permit. I believe Trump signed for it. Hey, y'all in the chat, Joker, am I right in saying that? That there's a national carry permit? Correct me if I'm wrong, Joker. I'm not sure. I know you would know. If there's a national, yeah, I think there's a new permit that's national. Let me know, Joker. If anybody knows, Joker's gonna know because he, 3%. He goes from state to state, so he would definitely know. He would definitely know. Joker would definitely know. Hoorah! Did they cut my video off again? Y'all press one in the chat. Y'all can still hear me. This pollen's killing me, y'all. I'm sorry. Pollen is killing me. Okay. All right. So Chubb says you can carry a knife. Good. This is America. You should be able to carry everywhere. Right. I think they have a permit that goes from state to state. Like you ain't got to do each state. I think it's going to be a nationwide permit that they, if I'm not mistaken, Chubbs, I think they have, Trump is going to, a federal permit, which goes to every state. So you will have a federal permit, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Let me, hold on one second, y'all. Let me let these people know. This is CO7 coming on scale 1, same thing. Okay. Woo, getting these, I should be on 500 now. Oh shit, damn, hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Here goes the other driver. Am I on 500? I'm on 300. Oh, gosh. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, I just need 2. Okay, I'm at 500 or 300 now. 300 plus. I gotta get 400 before the day's out. Okay, thanks, Mac. Thanks, Chubbs. Appreciate that. But yeah, I think there's a federal permit that allows you to go state to state, so you ain't got to keep registering from each state to state, which is silly. If you got a permit, it should be good in all states. So yeah, I think there is a federal permit that you can get, a federal permit to carry in every state. So if the felons are allowed to get the felons here will get their gun rights back, and then they can apply for a federal they will apply for a federal permit, and then they'll be able to carry in every state. So that'll be a federal law. That'll be a federal mandate. That would be a federal mandate because it was the feds that took away the gun rights in the first place, right? Because again, each state can restore your gun rights. Because each municipality, like I said, the sheriff's office can deputize anybody that they want. When I say anybody that the sheriff's They can deputize anybody, regardless of their background, because they can clean your background. That's what I was discussing before they cut the other video. Most of your law enforcement can expunge your record. they have the they have the they have the access to do that, basically. Joker said, yeah, kind, but most more than less. If you have a state carry, one is good for the other 49 states. Okay, good deal, good deal. Okay. Trump said, what do you haul, Mr. Blackson, if I can ask? It depends. I haul. Okay, so Chubbs, I'm hauling for an asphalt plant. So um, there are 5 different materials that I haul. 89s, which like a real fine gravel. Sevens, which is a little bit more chunkier than 89s, but it's still gravel. Sixes, which is like the gravel's about that big. Uh, M10s, which is sand, and W10, which is wash sand. So you got wash sand, M10, which is manufactured sand, or we call them man sand, manufactured sand. Sixes, 89s, sevens. Am I missing something? Wait, 89s, sixes, sevens. Sometimes, rarely we do fives. Fives are big, like they're that big. Fives. Mostly gravel and sand. Um, when I say I do stockpile, that's what I do most of the time. Where y'all see me. Occasionally, I'll do asphalt, like on the weekends. Um, I rarely do dirt. If I do dirt, it's on the weekends, and I usually switch out trucks. Um, I don't use my truck when I do uh, dirt because they tear up your bed. So I will lease out a truck and do dirt. But when it comes just to normal stockpile and asphalt, yeah, I use my truck because it comes right out and it doesn't stick. I've seen people who own trucks and they do dirt and that shit sticks in your bed and it's just, it's a nightmare. And you got to get back there and you got to shovel that shit, especially if it's mud and it caked up and it sticks. It's a horrible. It's horrible. So yeah, I will let my truck sit and I'll lease a truck and go do a dirt job. But I rarely do dirt, man. Dirt jobs they don't as good as like stockpile and asphalt. Asphalt and stockpile, um, to me, from my contracts, I make way more money and it's less work. I make more money and it's less work. So that's. But to answer your question, Chubbs, I haul mostly gravel, and like I said, it's part of the ingredients for the asphalt. So I haul for a company, asphalt company, and we have to keep the stockpile going because some days it's me and another truck that we do it because some days, man, they will go through the pile, and it's just only 2 of us, and we have to keep it stocked. So yeah, it's good work. It's good work, man. Like I said, only stressful thing about the work that I do is that people driving crazy, pulling out in front of me, or some jobs I'll be on, and I'll turn down jobs. I can do that have hills like that. Now this is a Florida truck. This is not a Georgia truck, so I have to be very safe conscious about the jobs that I choose because here in Georgia the beds are only 15-ton limit because of all these hills. Anything over 15 tons will smoke your brakes. So I have to be very cautious on the jobs that I accept so I don't end up with hills like this. And, because this truck is very heavy, this being a Florida truck, it's a 21-ton bed, which in Georgia you have to do 15 tons because, again, all the hills. Now, I can drive on the straightaways and the highways because it's a straightaway and highway. But when you damn facing hills like that, it's best to just turn those jobs down. All money ain't good money, and that applies to the dump truck world. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Chubbs. Um, so Chubb says, I drove a dump truck and a 18-wheeler. I understand what you're saying about this. Yeah, wait, yeah, come on, dude. See what I mean? The idiots, fucking asshole. You got to be ready to stop on a dime, and you can't stop on a dime when you're loaded. So, as you know, Chubbs, it's all about, when you're experienced truck driver, you know that weight plays a big part in your safety. Weight plays a part in how your stopping power and all that. So you have to consider a lot. But when you become experienced, as you know, and I'm teaching to the choir, your weight, you adjust your driving according to your weight. So I'm not going to drive the way I'm driving with an empty truck as a full truck. So if I'm fully loaded, I'm driving totally different. I'm a little bit more aware. I'm always aware, but you're braking, you're turning, when you turn corners and all that, and you're braking, you have to be more cautious, as you know, if you're loaded. So, yeah. I wish I could teach my sons this, and I'm trying to get my sons to learn. The sooner you learn, the more experience, and then the more money you can make, the more contracts you get, and so forth and so on. But neither one of them got their CDL. Maybe they're not ready. I don't know. A lot of truck drivers, it seems like I don't see young truck drivers. They get to a certain age. But I noticed there's a lot of women truck drivers, but that's a whole nother story. But again, you just have to be, and y'all have heard me rant about these foreigners. You guys have heard me rant about these Ethiopians and these Somalians who don't know how to damn drive. Y'all have heard me talk about them. Biden giving away CDLs and Cracker Jack boxes. Y'all have heard me rant about that. So I've already done videos on that. I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, man, I want to thank y'all for coming out. Relax and Talk Sports. You just arrived. I was finishing up. This is part 2 of another video. Should felons, should they restore their gun rights? Hell yeah. I say hell yeah. Give it to them. Give felons they restore their rights. Again, here in Georgia, again, we're going to definitely restore the felon rights. So hopefully the rest of the country follows. Shout out to Trump's DOJ. Let me read Relax and Talk Sports comment. This means people charged with weed charges get their gun rights back. Hell yeah, weed charges. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's, definitely with weed charges. Yeah, I think people, but there's now Georgia, as soon as you complete probation and they restore your voting rights back, you get your gun rights back. That's what they're pushing for here in Georgia. Now, Georgia, you automatically get your voting rights back, and they will call you for jury duty. They don't care. Like, and in Georgia, a lot of our officers are ex-felons. Let me say that again. Here in Georgia, a lot of our police officers are ex-felons because they're in good shape. Like, they'll look past that here in Georgia, like, oh, you in good shape because we've had too many out-of-shape police officers. We've had too many out-of-shape police officers that you can run circles around. So, they looked at these felons and they saw they were in shape, and they were like, oh, no, hire that man now. We have the power to hire you right now on the spot. And so, yeah, we've been doing that. Georgia been doing that for forever. We've been hiring, especially if you're in good shape. So it is what it is. So yeah, restorative gun rights to the felons. They've been doing this in Georgia. We've been doing this. Like I said, we've been doing this. So welcome, rest of the country. Welcome to y'all, especially y'all in blue states. Welcome to what Georgia's been doing for years. We've been doing this. We just ain't told nobody. We've been hiring police officers. Like, the best shape police officers are all ex-felons. There, I said it. With that being said, okay, let me get going, man. Shout out to Chubbs. Let me read Chubbs' last comment. My oldest son followed my footsteps. He's a truck driver. Been driving for 18 years now. That's good. All right. Shout out to Chubbs. Shout out to Relax Talk Sport. Shout out to 3% Joker Hoorah. With that being said, man, I'm out, y'all. Peace. We out.